YouTube. I am going to be talking today about 50 random things about me, so let's get to it. First thing to start off with is my hair. I cut my hair about every other day just because I like the length of it. I'm not too fan of my hair being bushy and whatnot, so I cut it. I don't even use a clip, so I think that's how short I like it to be, and I just like it that way. So some people tell me I'll grow it out, but it's not going to happen. I've owned two town cars and one Grand Marquis. I have a 2003 Lincoln Town Car I currently own. I enjoy them. They're really phenomenal rides and very reliable. I they're just I just there's just something about them that I like. I can't explain it, but I have they're wonderful cars. I've worked at the same job for at the last 11 years. So just recently I left it, but my boss still wants me to run to the auction for him, go get cars for him if he buys too many or buys few. So I get paid, so can't beat it. My longest relationship was about 2 years, and I'll get to that in later videos and whatnot. I wasn't popular in high school. Um, I guess I never I tried getting into I tried some clubs and whatnot. Just never worked out. But then I graduated and knew some people, and that was it. So, but some of them have even drifted away from me. But it's whatever. I don't drink a lot, and I'm 26, so most I'll have is probably like 2 beers. I probably would say I got drunk once. So, but I'm not a heavy drinker. I don't get into margaritas, gel shots, and all that. So, just not my thing. Back to my job. I been I my boss goes to one of the biggest auto auctions in the world, from my understanding, and it's so amazing. I mean, there are a lot of expensive and very fancy cars that people just go crazy for, and it's really amazing. So maybe I can take you guys there and show you what it's like before we enter the gates. I highly doubt they want cameras and whatnot to be filmed inside the premises, so it is what it is. I was born and adopted from Bogota, Colombia. I have a brother and a sister that they're from there as well. So, but they're not related to me whatsoever. They're they're blood related, but I'm not. So I'm terrible with math, and a lot of people struggle with this, but particularly for me, I was in college and I couldn't. I never learned algebra, so where some people actually struggled with that, they decided to, you know, they just wanted. It was to me, it was everything was just. It was just like brand new to me, so unfortunately, I never caught on. So, but I did go through college, so that's a plus. I have a fascination with hearses. I don't know what it is. I'm a big fan of Dracula, so a lot of movies they have. He is driving a hearse or someone's driving a hearse. So, but I don't know what it is about them, but they're just so cool to me, and I don't know. It's just something that I like. So I do a wonderful impersonation of the Transporter and Hitman. For people that don't know that, there's Jason Statham, who made movies. I saw Transporter last night on Encore. Um, he drives around and he just an action-packed film. It's cool. Hitman he kills people. It's just a Contra killer. So I shaved my head. I went to a Halloween party dressed as Hitman one time, and it really turned out pretty cool. Had the black suit, red tie, white shirt. It really worked out well. So every morning I wake up around 3:34 in the morning. For whatever reason, it's like my inner alarm clock goes off, and that's when I start my day. I don't have work till about 8 o'clock, so I just do whatever. So people say I have a wonderful smile. So yeah, so people say that. I don't know. Well, I have braces to thank for that. So every Sunday I go to McDonald's for breakfast. It's a little treat for myself. So I get an bacon, egg, and cheese bagel and hotcakes. So those are like two of my favorite things I like to get. I've seen every James Bond from 1962 up until the present to Skyfall, and they're really interesting. My favorite ones are Goldfinger, GoldenEye, and License to Kill, and they are just phenomenal to me. So I love them. So uh, when going back to movies, like every movie that I watch, I need to know the year. I don't know what it is about that, but I need to know the year. It's just something that fascinates me. I can't stand people who ask me repetitive questions. Like I watch other YouTubers, and people will ask the same question again and again and again. Just you know, just something I can't stand, and it's annoying. So I have an evil laugh, but at this time, I just can't do it. I just don't have any kind of reason to do it. Eventually, I'll probably do it in a later video, but I just can't do it for right now. I like stupid humor, dry, stupid humor, like Anchorman, for example. It's a love-hate movie, so, but it's just Mel Brooks, something like things like that, scary movie. Those movies, they make me laugh. So I just, they're just, I just like stupid humor. I can be gullible at times. Today I was at work, and I work at a grocery store, and my coworker, I said, "Here, take these apples. These and produce," and he's like, "Oh, I'm allergic to them." And I'm like, "You serious?" And he just takes the apples, and I'm thinking, "Oh, jeez, I'm gonna kill the poor guy, or send him to the ER." But nothing happens. I'm just like, ugh. Just perfect example of being gullible. Back to movies. My older brother and we've watched a bunch of movies over the years, and we like to take quotes and whatnot from the movies, and we like to repeat them ourselves just for entertainment and whatnot. And it's just a little bond we have together. So I mean, we're interested in other things, but it just this is something that we kind of going together hand in hand. So back to James Bond. 2009, I got another cat after my other ones passed away, or we put them down, and I I got a little tabby cat, orange, and he didn't have a name, so I named him Dario after one of the villains in License to Kill, played by Benicio del Toro, which I thought he really did a good role, and that was probably one of his best roles in movies. So it was very good. I really enjoyed it. Uh, my iPhone, I have an iPhone, but it's usually on quiet. So I mean, I'll text friends and whatnot, but 9 times out of 10 it's quiet. So I don't get too many calls, but if I do get a call, it's probably for work or someone, something like that. So it's whatever. Um, I like suits. So I don't know what it is about them, but I like them. The shirt and the tie if they go along with it. So they're very nice. Just like them. So I'm very good with spending money. I make wise decisions on purchasing. I just don't go splurging out money. If someone to give me $1 million, I'm pretty sure I'd still have it within 10 years and probably would only spend it on things I need. So I'm very driven at things I do, goals and whatnot. I just don't stop at what I do. I just keep on going. So, and I don't stop. So, like college, for example, I was failing in math, but I just was so determined, so I kept going, and I just don't stop. So, I'm 5'11", and I wear a size 12 shoe. To me, that's a little unusual, but for my height. But then again, it is what it is. So I don't care. It's a take or leave it thing. When I was adopted, my parents and I, excuse me, had to stay an extra week because the airline that we were supposed to be taking went on the airline went on strike. So I can't imagine that's like with an airline going on strike and you have so many flights and whatnot, and you need everybody to work together, and so just I can't imagine it. Uh, I do have another brother and sister that were adopted. Like I said earlier, I have a brother and sister that are adopted from the same orphanage I am, but they're blood related. I'm not. So, but we all get along together. Um, the person who built my street actually died in a plane crash back in 2000, and it was a very sad and tragic thing. I can't imagine that, but you know, things happen. So when I was about 6 or 7, I was traveling down to Illinois to see some friends of my parents. Our car got a flat tire and we had to be towed. And as we were waiting for the tire to get fixed, I was near the gas pump in Muskegon, Plymouth Voyager, Crescent Town Country Silver, I remember, mistaken me, or she said, like, can you pump my gas? Whether she was serious or she was joking. So, but then my parents pulled me away before anything happened. So, um, I can be a smartass at times. I, you know, I'm very sarcastic a lot. So, it keeps me going. I hate the snow. I cannot stand snow. So don't ever take me to skiing or anything because I'll be sitting in the cabin in the lounge reading, which I don't even do a lot of that to begin with. So there you go. When I was younger, my brothers and my neighbors, we all played together on the same street, and we saw two dogs walking up the street, and we, they seemed very friendly, but we also had a feeling that I believed that they were lost or whatnot. So we, we caught them and, kept them busy, and then we tracked down the owners. I forget how the owners were found, but they were so delighted and very thankful that we were taking care of their dogs while they must have got out or something. So, uh, I've never been to the West Coast, so it's one of those things on my to-do list before I die. I'd like to do. Uh, Back to my adoption. I've never been out of the country since I was 5 months old. So, but if I had to choose a place, I'd like to go to England into that. So it would be an interesting vacation or travel to do. I'm afraid of heights. Never ever, never ever uh, do anything that's like dangerously from heights. I'll never go on it. So I kind of, unfortunately, I don't go roller coasters. I don't go on anything that's having my feet dangle. Or my legs dangling. I can't do it. So it's very, very difficult for me. I was in the Cub Scouts for a while. So me, my brother, and a good friend of mine. But we stopped just because it just wasn't kind of interfered with other things that I was doing at the time, so dropped out. I used to be on the bowling league as well at the time, so it was a lot of fun. But I think when I go back to it, whatnot. So, but I was kind of a jerk, so. But because I went to school all week and then I just want to sleep in, but it's like no, and so. But it was a lot of fun. I I don't really gamble. When I turned 21 for my 21st birthday, my parents took me to the casino, and I had 20 bucks in my wallet, and I walked out with that 20 bucks because I just don't gamble. So it's so hard to even for me to gamble or to have anybody. So I just don't do it. Same thing along the lines of that. I've never picked up a lottery ticket and played. So and you can, for me in my state, you can buy them at the age of 18. So and yet I still don't. I haven't played one yet. So um, when I was in fourth grade, I won Citizen of the Year. So to me, and at that time, I had my picture taken in the paper. I still have an article from that, and it just to me that was probably one of the biggest trophies I've seen ever. At the time, it was huge. So it was interesting, and I was very proud that day, and I was completely surprised too. So I'm very protective of things, of my personal things. So I don't know, it's just something that I do. Um, I just like my car, for example, would be one of my biggest purchases and whatnot, and I'm just very careful with things like that. So I don't really trust people with my cars and whatnot. So my memory is strange. Like I can go to work and my boss can give me directions, and I'd be like, "What?" You know, just I have to have them explained again. Yet when I, if I go to like a reunion or something, and I see someone and my cousin's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's so and so." I'm like, "How do you know that?" It's just, and it could be like maybe 10, 15 years since I've seen him. So, and I still remember them. So, my cousin thinks it's kind of like strange, and it is strange. So, I can remember people, I can remember cars, I can remember a lot of things. So, it just, it's strange, but what can I do? I'm double jointed in my middle finger right here, so I'm not gonna do anything just to scare people or anything. But I can just it's strange. So I've never been in a fight in school ever. So I guess it's an accomplishment if you can call it that. So I just never got into a fight. So if I had to describe myself, I would describe myself as being a wallflower. For people who don't know what that is, it's a person who just sits back and watches people, which just some people might be like stalking or just eyeing them down and whatnot. It's just no, it's not nothing like that. It's just if it was a school dance, I'd be watching people having fun than me partaking in it. So I might partake in it, but 9 times out of 10 I might not. So I just watch people have fun, and and it's kind of like going to the mall. You sit on the bench and you watch people, watch how parents handle their kids, and it's sometimes it can be quite sad. Or you see a group of kids and they're just being boys to someone else or whatever it is. It's sad. So I just sit back and watch things. I don't really partake in them. So, and my last one is I'm gonna say that for the next video. So yes, it's 49, but you're just gonna wait till next time. All right, guys. See you soon.